Welcome. This is our weekly video hangout. We do it Mondays and Fridays at 7 o'clock Central. If you'd like to join, all you have to do is be a member of Stunt Hangar. Go to At the Bench, click on the link, and come on in. Now let's go through your store. Thanks for all your hard work, but thank you. Larry Fox. Okay. You notice I got the the new Stunt Hangar 20-year shirt on. I have a couple of them. I have two back prints and two front prints. I like the yellow ones, but I bought a red one too. I'll show you that here in a second. Let me see here. Where are we at? We got any watchers? Yeah, 4 watching. Come on in. Normally it's Gary Sinclair's first. Sometimes iPad is first. Bob Hunt's even been first before. And I know there's a big winter storm coming. We'll be locked in here. I'll be working on this tonight and all weekend. We're going to get this puppy ready to go. It's all glued together. Gonna be heavy. That's all I can say. It'll be over 60, no doubt. But it'll be nice. There we go. We got somebody coming in here. Zoom. And participants. And it's Gary, I admit. Hey, Gary.
Hi.
Look at that nice shirt. I wonder who drew that.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Came out pretty good, didn't it?
You were worried about that white stripe.
Yeah.
It came out
Well,
good.
yeah, they put that white on there, they said. So I
Yeah.
had it underneath there on their file. So yeah.
Not too hard to do. It's a good printing company. I was telling them I got 2 back prints and 2 front prints, and I got a charcoal one and 2 yellows, and I got a red one too. It's beautiful.
I'm glad you like it.
That's what I had in mind for shirts. So what's going on? Are you building anything? No.
No, I was working on the computer. Yeah, Bob Hunt texted me today, and he got both these calendars. They all come in the same day, even though I sent them out weeks apart.
Yeah, our post office is really efficient.
Yeah. I figure small, maybe it's got, misplaced or something, slid down in between a box. And there he comes.
Well, maybe he's coming.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's waiting on the big storm.
Yeah, supposed to be a big deal.
Did you get my message, Gare?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. And that's something.
They came in the same day.
Yeah.
That's weird. So I sent one out today to you.
Okay.
What I should have done is just send it to whoever you wanted it
Well,
to
I
go.
don't have any. He gave me his phone number, I think in the text there and down, but then I forgot to get it, and so he hadn't come back on, so I could find out.
Whatever. Those are neat
Yep.
pictures. Those are neat pictures of Steve Woolley. I've never seen those before.
Yes, that one's our club back in them days, and yeah.
Was that Art Pulaski with the Lancer there in the corner, the red and blue airplane?
I don't know.
Because he designed that airplane, the Lancer. It was a combat ship. It was eventually kitted, I think, by Berkeley, but Art Pulaski designed it and flew it when he was just a junior in combat, and it sure looked a lot like him.
Could have been.
Yeah,
It's been a long time ago.
he was the one famous for the Atom airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
That's not on the calendar, is it, Gary?
No. I was just going through some pictures, trying to find something and come up with that. So
That was a neat picture. Did you colorize those airplanes?
I did the one on that, and yeah.
That's pretty cool. Look pretty accurate too.
Yeah, I do remember. I saw some pictures someplace of some of the planes he had wrecked. Some of them was blue and different colors, but that's the one I can remember.
Yeah,
Watching him fly.
most of the ones I saw were mint green.
Yeah.
I watched him fly the Argus at the '61 Nationals.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have the
Probably
pencils.
saw him.
I have the pencils that John Davis did of the Argus. He had the original Argus, and he did pencil drawings from it, very accurate pencils, and he gave them to me. So
That's good.
yeah, so I try to make those available if anybody wants them. They're a little faint, but I suppose they could be enhanced, or just take them and ink them, or whatever.
Yeah. I just took the one in the magazine and drew my own plans. So I got a big full size set of plans for it. Just like this being in the magazine there.
Mm-hmm.
But I know for sure whether, that was one of the best or, one of the more accurate ones or not. I don't know about that part.
Well, I think John's are pretty accurate. Ones he drew. But so be it. Nice
Here's a question for you, Bob. Speaking of accuracy,
Mm-hmm.
the 59 Aries of Billy's,
Mm-hmm.
the Ambroid kit,
Is the 58 Aries.
they're not the same airplane then, right?
Nope.
Bigger wing in the 59.
Well, a different airfoil. Billy didn't want to give out. He didn't want to get out his secrets. He told me this. He told everybody this and asked. He didn't want to give out his secret, the good airplane. The 59 airplane. He didn't want to give that away. So when Ambroid came to him, he sold them the 58 design. And they thought they were getting the 59, but they got the 58.
So is there any way to get a copy of those plans to get the real 59?
Well, the real 59 was published in Model Aviation not too many years back. We published it. So it is available. If you want a set of plans, I have plans for it. The actual 59 airplane.
Yeah, I would like to have a set.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do for you. But they're available for Model Aviation. When we published, we published a number of Billy's airplanes. We published the P-47, the Geo XL,
Junar.
the Juno.
Juno.
Oh, the Juno was published in Flying Models.
Juno. I mean,
The Juno was also in flying models. But in model aviation, we published the P-47, the Geo XL, the Vulcan, and the 59 Aries.
because I believe I built an Ambroid years back. I built the airplane 11 days, but I don't think it was the original Aries. It was smaller.
Yeah, and it had different airfoil. Like I say, he did release the 59 Aries so many years later. He didn't want anybody to have that secret set of numbers. He was funny.
Yeah.
Did you know if Art Pulaski was from the same area as Steve Woolley? I don't know that piece of information.
Gary.
I don't know, Steve. He just lived in town there on 4th Street, I think, up in the upper 4th Street. I
wonder if Art Pulaski was part of that same group, because that sure looked like him in that photo, and it was the airplane he designed. So
it could have been.
I'm pretty sure that was Art Pulaski.
You get your shirts yet, Steve?
What's that?
Did you get your shirts?
I got a notice that it was shipped.
Yeah, should have got it.
It hasn't physically arrived yet. But it's coming in your mail. Who knows?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck with that, yeah.
Gary sent me out a calendar the same time he sent out everybody else's. I never got it, so he sent me another one, and I got both of them. Both of them came in on the same day.
Same day, yeah.
Pretty wild.
Well, did you understand my explanation, Peter?
Yep, that's what I needed. Thank you very much. We might start a monthly one.
So Sparky, you want to go flying tomorrow?
No.
You guys got to get the snowstorm too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
It's cold outside. My golly.
Yeah, it's 7 now.
Yeah.
So there's your question of the night. What, if you weren't flying, what would be different flying your pattern at what, 60 degrees colder than you're normally flying at?
Well, a density altitude. You're going to be more air in the air. The airplanes will fly better and turn better, have more lift. They're just flying in more air. You get into hot summer days, you get high density altitude, which you're familiar with. And, you have less air in the air. You got to use more flap. Airplanes won't turn as tight. They'll tend to stall more. So cool air, they always fly better in cool air. If you're flying glow engines, you're going to have more oxygen. You're going to have more power.
But there's less humidity. What does that do? I mean, there's very little water in the air.
Yeah, that's good. Water displaces air, and it makes it, a high density altitude, less air, more water, and the airplanes don't lift as well.
So we should. What you just said is we should be flying in the cold.
Well, I'll say this much:
That's the way I heard it.
I'm not saying we should be flying in the cold. I'm saying if you fly in the cold, you're going to get a full sense of security about how well your airplane flies. In the spring, the sun ships all fly really well. Everybody's all excited. The airplane flies great. Then we get into July and we get about 90% humidity. And all of a sudden we got to dial in more flap, and the engines aren't putting out any horsepower, and the props are not efficient. The wings are not efficient. And then we get into the fall, and all of a sudden the airplanes get fixed again because it cools down. Density altitude.
So another reason why we got to find an indoor spot, right? Temperature controlled.
Yeah, how about it?
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you find an indoor spot to fly stunt, you also have to get a big fan at one end of the room to blow the turbulence away.
Yeah.
So call me when you get that set of circumstances, and I'll move out there. Now, I always tell people Guardy gets getting too giddy in the spring when they take a new airplane out, and it's like 60 degrees or 65 degrees and no humidity.
Yeah.
And the airplane just flies fantastic. And I said, don't get too giddy, because when it gets to be July and 90 degrees and 189% humidity, 90% humidity, you're not going to be as giddy.
Bryce Rackley in New Zealand says it's raining and blowing a gale here. It's meant to be summer.
Sparky, you're making progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Well, that was a good video the other day you had.
Oh,
You
good.
like that?
Yeah, I know, you know. So well, that's nice. That's
You're all set for the Nats. You got a profile.
I got two of them, two profiles.
Yeah, he actually flew the other one once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one here is going to be pretty heavy, though.
Keep saying that.
It'll be just like flying a regular PA ship. It's the same size and the same weight.
Ed, thanks for the info on the molding.
Yeah, I had a rough night and day, and I was listening to you guys about it, and it's like, oh man, I want to at least send you that information, and that. So, like I said, I was going to look at doing my own canopy, and then it's like, well, I've gotten stuff from this guy before. And they seem to be pretty decent. So I'll at least ask them the question. And evidently they just purchased the company maybe 6 months ago. So it's like, huh, we'll find out. So who knows? It'd be a nice source.
Yep.
Are you looking for somebody to mold canopies?
Yeah. What is it? Was it Park City Plastics? Park Flyers Plastic was sold, and the gentleman that took it over, to support him, I went and just ordered a bunch of small canopies just in case it fits anything I need. And because I was looking at forming my own, and you know, the last time I did it, I was a teenager in the '60s, and it's like, well, okay, you know, with the way they've got the system now, it could be done, but that's just something else I'd have to build and something else I'd have to store. So wasn't interested if I didn't have to.
When I started, a lot of people wanted to build my Caprice. So when I decided I wanted to build another Caprice, I hadn't built one in a number of years. I didn't have any canopies. So I decided to make my own canopy mold. So what I did was I carved a very accurate hard balsa wood mold. If you can make that big, Spark, and they can take a look.
You are big.
And I'm not on my screen, but that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So
Nobody's big on his own
I
screen.
carved a mold, and I finished it real well. But the problem is, you're not going to get more than one canopy off this before it starts to break down and you'll see grain in the canopy.
Right.
So what I did was I went to Smooth On Epoxy, which is about 4 miles from here, and got some molding compound, to make a female mold. And I used this to pour a female mold. Get that to come out of there now. All right, so I got that. Turn it around. You know.
Is that plastic or plaster?
It's a rubber. It's a
No,
hard-
the other one. You said you molded. What are you pulling the canopy on?
Well, let me get to that.
Okay.
Okay, so then I have this. So then I got aluminum filled epoxy and filled this up with aluminum filled epoxy
Okay,
and got this.
right.
Okay.
And that fits right into there.
Right.
Uh,
And I see you've got it high enough to hopefully avoid wrinkles.
Yep. And then I sent this off to my old buddy Dave Midgley, who does this kind of. He does vacuum forming, and he said this is just like what's left. He sent me about 20 of these.
Yeah.
I had enough to start doing kits, So he makes them out of PTEG, or you can get them and you can polish them and everything. But that's canopies for the Caprice.
What did you say the plug is made out of? You said aluminum filled epoxy?
Yeah, it's aluminum filled epoxy. You can get it from a number of places, but the place I got it from was Smooth On, SMOOTH-ON, Smooth On Epoxy. And they make all kinds of, molding materials and epoxy materials.
So what about basswood to make a mold, and then a coat of resin?
I don't care what kind of wood you make it out of and how well you finish it. Dave told me this. He said you pull more than one or two off of it, and you're going to see the grain in it in the third one.
Okay, if I only have to make one.
Well,
if
you make a heart like Ed said, if you use a harder wood and carve it and then finish it and polish it, you'll get one for sure. If you use one of those, I used to have a thing called the Formicator, FORM. Matter of fact, Joe out of Musco has it right now. I lent it to him, and you can pull vacuum form canopies really nicely using one of those. And you can go online and find plans to make your own small vacuum forming machine.
Yeah, I got one.
Anyway.
Yeah, I just got to pull one, and I'm working on. I got to figure out how I'm going to make my plugs, because
This is the right stuff to make plugs out of.
What is that?
Tooling board.
Yeah, I think I looked at trying to buy some of that. If I remember right, it's pretty expensive, right?
Oh yeah, but this is about as light as balsa wood, and it carves just like balsa wood, and it sands. You could polish it. I mean, it's just amazing stuff.
Tooling board, like TOOL?
Yep.
Yeah.
Polyurethane.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, Dan Winship turned me onto that. I got some of it.
And you carve your plug like it was balsa, but out of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you use wood, you're only going to get one or two before you start to see a breakdown.
Well, maybe we have to look at what does it cost to buy some and cut it up into so many chunks and see who wants to buy a chunk.
Talk to Dan Winship. He has a good supplier of that. You can probably get it at a reasonable price. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Looks like something you could print. The canopy,
Mold.
yeah.
See the print lines in it.
You can sand them off and
Yeah, I believe I read something where a guy did the 3D printing and then did sanding and then some kind of a finish to it or something.
I make spinners that way. They're nice. Haven't made a canopy for my spinner, but probably good.
Because hang on, I'm going to share. This is what I'm working on now.
Oh no, that'll never work.
Wow.
It's not an easy one.
No.
Is that that's not the model?
No, that's the full size Islander.
I'm thinking,
Oh.
wow, that's a pretty nice model.
That's the full size Islander. So that's I have two challenging things. I got one of them done out of the way. This one, molding this is going to be my next challenge. Last time when I built one, I cheated in this front piece, down the middle. I made it just straight instead of curved because it makes it easier to mold then. But now I'm gonna try to do it more exact like that.
Mm. Wow.
So I'm just starting on figuring out how to do that. And the other challenge, and I almost got this done, is the graphics for the tail. That's on the right is the full size, on the left is my graphics.
Hmm.
Wow.
You got the beach tilted. How come?
I don't have everything because I'm gonna put them on all separately, but yeah.
Next time, why don't you try a hard subject?
In F4B, you get points for complexity.
Well, you'll get a lot of points.
There's color complexity and what's the graphics complexity basically.
Hey, maybe we could do that for stunt for electronics complexity. I get some points that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it for how many motors you have.
Oh,
Paul would win, but I'd probably come in second.
Well, yeah, if we get Jimby to finish that
Shrike.
the B-36.
Oh, the B-36, yeah. Yeah, but the caveat is it has to do a pattern.
Yeah, the B-36, the nose is going to break off at the first wing over.
no, it's easy. You just whatever number of engines you have, that's the factor you use for your overall score. 2, double. 6 times.
Yeah, but you got to do the whole pattern to qualify. You
just
can't go out there and fly it. But who knows? It may actually work. I cut the lost foam cradle set for that B-36 thing. It was immense. It covered the whole bitch. It's huge. Did the cradle set for the Shrike too, but then he extended it and had to do another mold buck for the leading edge, a longer one.
Hmm.
Sure, it's pretty though. Done beautiful work.
Thick wing, isn't it?
It's a long commute in from Mars every day for Jim.
Hmm.
He carpools with Howard.
That'd be fun.
Gary, I sent you a card out your way, so who knows how long it'll take to get there. I think I mailed it on Tuesday.
All right.
So hopefully it'll be a week or less.
holy cow, that tooling board is expensive.
Yeah. That's why I ordered some basswood.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I got mine at Boeing surplus. Boo-hoo. It's no longer in existence.
I'm going to have to ask the composite people next to me, which is Boeing owned now, and Aurora Flight Science.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, they do a lot right next to me, and that, and I wonder what they do with all their scrap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. You got to get a hold of that.
It goes home with somebody.
A brand new piece, like 10 inches by 10 inches by 2 inches is $125.
There's only one hobby: spending money.
Holy cow.
How bad do you want to win?
I want to win.
get you a printer. You
Yeah,
probably print all sorts of stuff for scale.
Oh, yeah.
It's not too weight sensitive.
The RC scale guys print an immense amount of stuff now.
I said, Sparky, help me out. We're thinking of doing a similar thing to like this kind of conversation once a month with NASA for this RC and control line scale. So we'll see if we get that started.
all it takes is money.
Well, you got to get people who show up and actually have something to add to the conversation.
Yeah, we're still trying to do that.
Oh, poor Sparky. Looks like he's using the blue stuff. I feel your pain, Robert.
There ain't no pain about it. You'll see how easy it works.
I know how easy it works.
What don't you like about it, Howard?
It's well, it's viscosity for one thing. It's just hard to work with.
Really? I find it the easiest stuff I ever worked with.
Yeah, that's what everybody says.
I really had a step with Johnny, huh?
Excuse me.
Mark Lumen,
Hey guys.
John Miller. snuck in.
Caffeine's in too.
Caffeine.
So John Miller.
International again.
What's that?
I said we're international again.
I'm on my phone, so I can't figure this out. So
Any flying, Caffeine?
No. Well, it's been raining for the last couple of weeks here, and it's been all week long and all day long.
Is it the rainy season or is it unusual?
No, it's rainy season, but it's going like every day and all day long. It's kind of different from what we had last year. It's very intense now. So yeah, it was raining this morning and it stops now, but the field must be very, very wet and soggy.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing, I still have to prepare my planes, So it's you can fly, but the weather is not allowed,
Yeah. Well, so a lot of us here in the States are going to be in snowy season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were spinning around there, Mark.
I know. Okay.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
I'm
Lovely.
going to demo this for Howard.
All right.
Okay. This stuff here, because I turn it upside down and right side up. You got to stir it up real good. It smells like cat pee.
Yeah.
It's terrible stuff.
You got to stir that
How
up.
do you know what that smells like?
I got cats.
Yes, cats.
I got cats. That's how.
One knows.
It's not me. It's my old lady. Anyway.
So you stir up each individual one first?
Yeah. But preferably, mostly the white. And it's not a science project how this is done. You don't need to be super accurate. You say that's 2 parts, so you want half of that in the white.
And you can make it by weight or volume.
I just do it by eye.
Yeah. I do it on a gram scale, and they say you can do it by weight or by volume.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not that sensitive if I'm a little off?
No. I've mixed it as hot as 50-50 before.
Well, it works for me, and I'm a little off.
Yeah. Anyway, so you got that much hardener and that much product. No big deal. This camera won't tilt.
Are you mixing it on a Model Aviation magazine page?
Absolutely.
Good.
E-flight.
Nothing but the best. at,
I
Stunt
use
Hangar.
I put it on cardboard. It makes it a lot easier.
I get a new epoxy mixing tool every month.
Yeah.
Anyway, you stir this crap up till it's well mixed and it turns light blue. And if it's old, it'll turn light green.
Ooh.
If you got old stuff, old product.
If it's real old, it turns plaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns green if it's exposed to UV too. I used it for patching stuff on the side of the house.
Oh, okay. So that's why you don't like it.
No, it's well, it's not why I use it on the house because I don't like it for airplanes.
Well, anything you got left over, you can send to me because it's good stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll take it to you at the Naturals.
Wait a minute. Let's bid on this deal.
Uh-huh.
This stuff. And by the way, you can buy it from a common control line source. I won't say anything more than that, but it's like 3 times or 4 times more expensive than buying it from Aircraft Spruce and Specialty.
I get mine from Aircraft Spruce, and I
get
wrote
mine
to
from
them and
Wick.
said, was this an old batch? No, they said this is new. This is new stuff.
Well, this is new. It's light blue and not green. And I'm making pretty good sized fillets here, so I'm using the big stick. And the trick to this, to get a nice fillet smooth, is to wait till the B stage to smooth it out. We're going to wipe it off and get it kind of molded in here. But in order to get it contoured in there, I wait till the B stage and then take alcohol on my finger and just rub it. You don't even hardly have to sand this stuff.
Yeah.
What's the B stage?
Just before it cures, it gets hard.
Sticky.
Oh, it's sticky. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, on doing some aircraft windshields and that type of, it's a type of sealant. We would also, I'm not sure if you could do it, but we would use some dish water liquid and soap and put it on there and made it real easy. So if you're using alcohol, you could probably do that also.
I think I got
And,
too big a stick here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do
yeah, it looks ugly. That's been my experience.
the fillets for a Constellation with that thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I need a different stick.
I put masking tape up on the side of the fuselage and out on the wing, the distance I want it to be. And I get a stick about the size of the fillet I want and put it in, but I don't touch it with my fingers. The object is not to seal it off. You want to leave it open porous so that the paint will stick later. If you seal it up, 2 things with your finger, you don't get a constant radius, and you transfer lanolin from your finger into the fillet, so the paint won't stick as well.
You have to have a constant radius finger.
Yeah.
Well, who's the guy that does the machining?
Jim Lee makes a set of ball bearings on it,
Right.
some wooden handles of all different sizes.
Yeah.
It works pretty good. You can just dip that in the alcohol. And
Just get a piece of 1/32 inch plywood, make
there you
a like a long trapezoidal piece, and sand in the end of it the radius you want, and you can have different radius fillets for different places on the airplane.
Yeah. Or cut them with lasers. I still hate this
My
stuff.
razor blades. Yeah, and sometimes I put the tape up on the side of the fuselage, but this doesn't have enough room.
We'll have to see if Sparky's finger is still blue at the first contest.
It won't be.
Well, that's impressive so far. That's
if you're putting it on like small, what I found, if you put it on like a small crack or something that you're just trying to fill, it is difficult. It has to be very clean, yeah, for it to stick, yeah, to get in there. Yeah, at least that's what I've found. Yeah.
I've had zero trouble with that stuff. I've been using it for years.
Yeah, I like it so far. Yeah.
Everybody else does. Yeah.
Beats the heck out of epoxylite, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, does it ever?
I like epoxylite better. You gotta microwave it to get to dissolve the chocolate chips. So
I've tried it.
Yeah, we all used it for years, but geez, this
Yeah.
stuff is so much easier.
I prefer epoxylite.
Well, different strokes.
Yeah.
Hey Howard, I've designing a new airplane, first one in a while, and it's not going to be a cab forward type airplane, with the canopy very far forward like most of mine are lately. It's more like a what Rand's the RV guy might do if he built a light twin, and it's going to be fuselage mounted gear. Again, Woodchip has helped me develop really nice widespread landing gear that will be just the right amount of torsion or right amount of spring in them, and it's exciting to me having a new design. You get bored doing the same thing over and over.
That is a fillet.
Yeah, not bad. When I get to the B stage, I'll smooth it out a little more.
I think he edited this film to
Yeah. AI, right?
All AI generated.
I'm getting so tired of that stuff.
Oh, put the lid back on your stuff before you get your wing in it.
Hood's on it.
It's on it? Oh, it looks like it's off.
Hey, Bob, you got time for a question?
Sure. What's up?
Just some finishing techniques, and I've been watching for the last couple of 3 times when you're using the 0.5 carbon. Yeah. And I'm going on some theory here, just from a discussion with some other people. Yeah. And, I mean, I am a newbie at this pretty much anyway. But anyhow, would it be a fair statement to say that, example, using the Z-epoxy finishing resin with the 5.5 carbon, yeah, and then sanding that down.
Yep.
Would it be a fair statement to say you just eliminated probably 4 coats of dope if you were doing a dope finish?
I don't know about 4, maybe 4. It depends on the viscosity of the dope too.
Okay. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, what I did with this test panel, and when Marky's done there, I'll show the test panel. I have it right here in my hand. I put a coat of Z-epoxy on the balsa wood, heated it, and wiped it off. Got every last bit of it off.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then sanded it. And then I just put another coat of Z-epoxy on the one panel of the stab and laid the carbon in place, heated it so the Z-epoxy would saturate through the carbon. But you got to be careful not to wipe on it, because at that point, when you wet down the veil, if you want to call it that, it's got an indiscriminate weave and it will move around. It's like a slurry. You got to be careful to move it. So at that point, you want to wick it out with I use paper towel, but I guess there's some kind of a wicking agent. I mean, Sparky would know more about that because he works a lot with Dan. You could wick out all the excess. But really, when you get it all done and sanded, you're taking, the nice thing about the carbon is when you're sanding it, you can taper it. You can see from the color of it, going from the root to the tip, you can leave it pretty solid at the root for strength, and then taper it out as you go to the tip and use it mostly as grain filler more than any kind of strength. It doesn't add much at all. And the actual number we came up with, we did a really accurate computation of the weights, and we came up with 0.051 grams per square inch. Now, on a 650 square inch wing times 2, because of top and bottom, that's 1,300 square inches, times that, turned out to be about 2.2 ounces.
Wow.
And that's ready for a thin coat of primer and virtually sand all the primer off and go right to color. So I can't really say right now that that's any better or lighter or anything, because I haven't actually finished one completely with this system. But Sparky told me when we were doing this, he said, why don't you just get the fiberglass equivalent?
I remember that. Yeah.
Of bale. And I went online and started searching, and most of the places, I almost gave up because everyone I went to, except for one, said you couldn't put it on with epoxy resin. You had to use either fiberglass, polyester resin or a gel coat resin. You couldn't put it on with a laminating or surfacing resin. Well, I went to the last place in Tehachapi, California, and it said you could put it on with epoxy resin. And I called them and talked to the tech person, and they said, yeah, you can definitely use it. And it's 3/10 ounce instead of 5/10 ounce. And as Sparky said, the beauty of it is it's not black, it's white. So that, the finish, you can if you're going to use white paint, it'll cover easier.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes good sense.
So I ordered 3 yards of it for $10. And when it comes in, I'll report on it. Now, here's the deal. I asked them, can you get it in bulk? And they said, yeah, a 100-yard roll is $275. That's $2.75 a yard, compared to what carbon is now from Aerospace Composite Products, $28 a yard. So it's less than 1/10 the cost per yard.
Wow. Yeah. And with virtually no weight difference, right?
Well, theoretically, it's going to be lighter. It's going to be 3/10 instead of 5/10.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I don't know is if it has any kind of sizing in it. Because if it has sizing in it, that sizing, I think the reason, and I was told by Dan Winship, the reason they say on some of this you can't use epoxy resin is because there's a sizing in it that if you use polyester resin, the polyester resin will dissolve the sizing and it becomes part of the bonding agent. But if you use epoxy resin, it will not dissolve that sizing. Yeah. So and you get pinholes later on. We've all experienced that with the sizing. So I'm gonna have to wait until I get this in and do a little bit of next time, hopefully I'll have something to report. Hopefully by next Friday.
You'll be snowed in. You'll have time.
I'll have time.
Iced in, snowed in.
It was 2 degrees this morning in Kansas City, and I had to come down to Miami to punish some people in the simulator. So that didn't break my heart.
I don't know if you can see this or not. That's of course Sparky's still big, right?
Yeah, I'm still big. I just want to finish off one thing when you guys take a breath.
All right, sir.
Okay, Howard, that's it. It's done, except for we're going to wait for it to set up. You leave it on the paper till it's like rubber. Then I'll come back with alcohol on my finger and smooth it out, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you don't like it. It's the same as using epoxylite, only sand's 1,000 times easier and about half the weight.
Yeah, I agree. I do it a different way, but I agree with everything you're saying about the weight and the sanding qualities. All right, Mark, this is the panel that I did with the carbon.
Yeah. Okay.
It's sanded. You can see most of it's almost gone. It's just,
Yeah. Perfect. And obviously smooth. Yeah.
The
grain is filled. Yeah.
It's really smooth. And Rick Huff did a little bit further than I did with a test panel, and he put primer on and sanded it. He said you almost can't even see the primer. He says when he sanded off, it's virtually gone. There's not much to fill. So we'll see.
Yeah, super.
Yeah. just a thought. I want to show you real quick. This is what they call a napkin sketch. Everybody knows what they are.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're, when you're at a restaurant or something and you have an idea. So this is just a rough sketch, but this is my idea for what would be something like Rands would make. People make the RV. If they were to make a more modernized airplane, a tricycle landing gear with fuselage mounted landing gear and a twin engine, this is what I would think it would look like.
That looks very nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Now that's just a rough sketch. Obviously, it's got a little bit of a sway back to it. I got to fix that, but that's kind of my next, design trend will be something similar to that.
Looks nice.
Thank you. Yeah. And the beauty of it is that people who don't want to fly off grass a lot and they're afraid of landing gear in the wings or trying to put them into a nacelle or something, they can make fuselage mounted gear. And Dan's going to be producing a very light, wide track landing gear for this, so it'll be available.
I saw Dan was doing the horns too that you were talking about.
Doing
several.
He do the snowman horns, and he's doing a lot of stuff. He's really inventive and creative and very talented.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no
I
doubt.
have a lot of his horns that I got back in the 90s, I guess it was. He showed up at the Nationals with a big box of horns and things, and I bought a bunch of them, and I'm saving them for when I learn how to build.
I actually recently come across a nice stash of his horns from back in that era, as well as bell cranes.
Yeah.
A lot of these bell cranes. So
His stuff is just incredible.
Yeah, that's good.
And new bell crank is even better because it's yoked, so it gets a center pull. It's got using shoulder bolts.
Oh, it's got the slot in the middle of. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Well, he molded two different pieces and put them together. I got one right here. I got the prototype. Make me big, Spark. Sparky.
Yeah, hold on. I got my fingers full of stuff here.
I don't want to hear your little excuses.
Yeah, well, you just hold it. Not that.
You're big on my screen.
Yeah, everybody can make somebody big by just say spotlight.
There you go.
Yeah.
So,
The new ones of those will be lighter because there'll be less layers of carbon in them.
yeah, but the idea is great. You'd be able to put a shoulder bolt through here and get center pull. You won't have to do that thing where you loop the line through a needle tubing. I never liked that. This is a much better deal as far as I'm concerned.
Super.
Yeah, he's great. Dan is just he's amazing.
I'll attempt to share something here if I can figure out my phone. Let's see. Share. Oh, sorry. Well, dadgummit. Is anything coming up?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. I'm trying to find my you'd think I could flown aircraft all around the world, helicopters in places that nobody else would go, and I couldn't figure out the fault.
Put a yoke on it, you'd make it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
And Howard, to keep it from getting ahead of you, only do one side of the airplane at a time.
Okay.
Top and then bottom. I would,
Well, you'll pick it up and put your finger in the one you just did.
yeah. I would suggest you try it again. Once you get used to it, it's great stuff.
Bob, what about that gap between the push rod exit slot and the fuselage.
Well, that's where my bearing goes. You see this right here?
Oh, okay.
That gets plugged into there, and the horn, that's the bearing for the horn.
No, I meant up here where the fuselage, where it exits the wing.
Same
You
thing
got-
on the wing.
You got a little narrow piece of balsa in between the slot and the fuselage.
Right here. It's the hinge. It goes right there like that. And this
No, not up here, up where the slot is.
slot, there's the slot. What slot are you talking
He's talking
about?
about the hole the push rod comes
The
out.
hole the push rod comes through.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's going to get a cover on it.
And that cover's gonna go all the way up against the fuselage?
All the way to the fuselage, all the way back to here, back, well, probably right here. Be about 3 inches
Ah.
long.
Okay, okay. So you don't have to put the fillet in there. You don't have to put the super fill in there.
No, because there's going to be wood there, and I'll put the super fill on top of the slot. Or the
Okay.
cover.
Why didn't you put that on first?
How would you get the wing in it?
Oh, before you put the blue stuff on.
Oh, because I want the blue stuff to go inside the cover. So when you look in there, the fillet's continuing on inside.
Does that make it stronger?
No,
Makes it cooler.
yeah.
It's a priority.
Just cooler, okay.
Huh.
Howard, thanks for sending that geometry thing. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to figure out this share screen. It says screen, and when I touch it to share my screen, it says start broadcast. I've never seen that before.
Oh.
I've never done it from my phone, so
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. I just got off a cruise with my wife, so I may cut this off quickly. So, no. Huh, so nothing, huh?
we see your phone screen.
Yeah, now you got to put something on the screen so we can see it.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Sorry. Got it now. Well, anyway, one of my recent this will be my next build. That was in Germany, in Paderborn, and it is almost ready to fly again. So that's pretty wild.
ARF?
Sorry,
You say it's an ARF?
an ARF? Yeah, yeah.
Is that a
would
focal
think-
off?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So in some of my German looking at different kind of airplanes, I was looking at the Hinkel, the Hinkel 112. It didn't really make it in production, except Romania used it a lot. Germany just never did. The ME 109 beat the Hinkel out, you know. But I figured, okay, profile for gnats. I'll go ahead and make a profile.
There you go.
Now this was the first wing. Yeah, it was coming together pretty good. I thought, I was just getting ready to put the wing in, and another picture here. This is Charlie Reeves. Sorry. I'll if we have an after meeting, I'll share some news about Charlie. Charlie's an Overland Park near us now, so this shouldn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so look at that wing. You see anything goofy?
Yeah, the outboard tip is got warp. It's got a warp in it.
Got a nice warp.
Oh man.
When I took it off the board, it was straight. I was getting ready to glue it in the fuselage. Yeah. And stepped back and looked and went, okay.
Would have done real pretty rolls.
Yeah, inward toward you.
Because there's the new wing. So yeah, I don't know if I don't have a straight on picture of that, but yeah, that it turned out really well. But I like the the design, a little different shape for the profile and stuff like that. So
Don't feel bad, Mark. We've all done that.
oh,
If we
me and Joe Gilbert were talking and we were laughing at some of my mistakes.
We've all been there.
And just I'll see if I can stop this share here. So okay.
It's a nice airplane.
Looks good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and my thought with the when I was talking about the carbon is before I was going to do a little bit more of the finishing before I glue it in. You know, it'll be easier, flatter. You know, and I think the plan I'll do the carbon on the fuse for sure. You know, and use as epoxy and see how that turns out. You know, try to get a little bit lighter.
Do you have any of the? Do you have carbon without
No,
sizing in it?
well, that was going to be my next question. Would be the best place to order it from? I know Brodak has some 0.5, you know, but I don't know if that is with or without size. Yeah, so I need to do a little research there.
I have like I got like about 80, 90 yards of it without sizing.
Okay.
So if you need some, let me know.
Okay, yeah, I'll message you or something. Let's see where we can go with that. But yeah,
Yeah, I got tons of the stuff.
yeah, good stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. My email address.
I do actually. Yeah,
Drop
thanks.
the line.
Yeah.
Give me your address. I'll send you some.
Okay, I sure will. Thanks. Good stuff. And I think there hasn't been more than a handful of Stunt Hangar broadcasts that nobody has asked about the airplane in the background. I think Bob froze.
Okay.
Oh no, he froze or dropped off or something.
I don't control the internet, so I got no control on that.
Looks like Bob froze.
No, I wouldn't think so.
It's cold there.
Yeah. I go to Detroit on Monday, so yippee.
Maybe.
Well, that's true. 2 degrees this morning in Kansas City, 79 or 80 degrees here in Miami. And if I go to Detroit, my sinuses will be completely slammed shut.
Wow. Yeah.
I had to send 3 guys to the Bahamas and to change an engine, and they might be trying
Never
to
come
travel Sunday or Monday with all this stuff coming back onto West Virginia. Poor guys might get stuck in the warm weather.
Aw,
Yeah, I'm sure that just
I feel
Yeah,
for
that'd be
them.
terrible.
they'll probably get grievances over that, right? Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they just
hardship
told you,
pay.
hey man, we
Yeah.
can't make it back.
Well, I had another team that was stuck in West Palm Beach for about 10 days. And it's like, are you throwing the parts away that don't show up? Because why am I getting this O-ring was missing, this was missing and stuff. And unbelievable the way the shipping has been.
Who
Oh, I'm
just
sure.
dropped off? Howard. We're having a lot of issues tonight.
Yeah, we are. Howard's gone. Bob was trying to get back in.
Yeah. It's damn cold out, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I bet. What are you guys down to now? Like 4 or 5?
8.
8,
Yeah.
I think is the last time I checked. Yeah.
Let
8.
me see. Let me see. 17.
It's all that global warming.
Yeah.
With,
Yeah.
with a low of 2 tonight.
Minus
Bloody
8.
wonderful.
Where are you at, Pete?
Minus 8 right now.
Oh,
Wow, I'm at 36 degrees Fahrenheit. But we're right where all the warm air is coming to meet that northern air that's all going out to you guys.
Yeah.
I keep letting Bob back in, but he can't make it.
I'll be dang.
Restart your router. That's what I had to do.
I jinxed him.
Hey, Mark,
Yes, sir.
you coming into St. Louis for Isolated?
For, well,
Hopefully it'll be better by then.
when is those dates? I think I saw it, but when is it? When are the dates?
The last Sunday of February.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What are they flying at that?
Stunt and Perky.
I don't think I've ever seen those perkies fly. So they
We got
do
one. We got one guy here. If he starts flying, I'll grab you and we'll stand behind the car.
that.
I don't think he uses glue to glue his bell cranks in. Every year he loses an airplane.
Well,
That'd be the 22nd of February, last Sunday.
All right. Yeah.
George Washington's birthday.
Well, perfect. Yeah, I'll see if I can make it over. Then.
I could say it's my brother's birthday, but you guys wouldn't know the difference. But it is.
Thought it was your birthday.
My birthday's the 27th.
Oh, well, that's when you started it.
Right.
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, we have Sparky to thank for that contest. And then then he doesn't show up.
That's back when it was warmer.
Wait a minute. I thought we had global warming.
It was warmer back then.
Oh, my.
We don't have any mini Janitrol heaters, Ed, so I don't think we can get them in our airplane. So if it's that cold, and
we did have a complete way to enclose the pavilion.
Yeah, it's clear plastic wrap and a smudge pot. That's what we use.
hey, whatever works.
Somebody's got that white tarp material now.
Yeah.
We wrap the pavilion with plastic and then put a smudge pot in the middle of it and light it on fire. It'll get 300 degrees in there real quick.
Yeah, run out, make your flight, and run back in.
That's it.
I've had to use Herman Nelson's in the past.
Oh yeah.
And oh my golly, how nice those were.
Well, I've started a R2800 in Missoula, Montana at 2 in the morning in the middle of the winter. So
yeah, had to get the oil going.
I think we had plenty of heaters out there or trying. The nights we didn't, we just didn't even try.
Yeah. Wow.
That's
Well, I did
bummer.
a little bit of 985s, 1340s, and a little bit of 2800. I was helping the guys in Indianapolis with Harpoon PV2.
Oh yeah,
and stuff.
Good guys. Yeah.
I think it looks like they got rid of the aircraft
out at Mount Comfort Airport.
Say again?
Was that the one out at Mount Comfort Airport
in Indy?
Yeah.
All I remember was it was a little airport east of Indy.
Yeah, Mount Comfort. We used to have the team selections there, and there was a Neptune there, or a
Harpoon.
Harpoon, yeah, Harpoon.
Yeah.
It was like a Lodestar.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, the last thing I helped them with was engine and prop just got hung, and they were having problems at idle, coming off of idle and stuff, running rough and then smooth out.
Right.
And after we did everything, it was like you just also put a prop on, and one of the blade angles of the prop was off.
Yeah. It had electric props too, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about building a VF-109 or whatever that thing is you're building. You really want to be unique and stand out. Build a Horton 229.
I'll have to look that up. What is it?
Horton 229.
I'll look it up. I don't know what that is.
Hey,
It's the
Mar-
first stealth aircraft.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what okay. Almost like a Delta wing thing.
Yeah.
You know, there's a German airplane that would make a great looking stunt ship. It was the Arado 96.
Dorado.
Arado, A-R-A-D-O.
Okay. Yeah.
Arado 96. Looked like a stunt ship.
Right. Yeah.
hey, hey, Mark, on the Focke-Wulf, write this name down, Jeff Fiskus,
All right.
and search him on the internet. And he used to work for Pratt and Whitney and that. And while he did his travels and quality job, he spent a lot of time in Europe taking photos and stuff. And you should see his RC Focke-Wulfs that he makes.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's amazing.
We were in Paderborn. This has been a couple of years ago. We're in Paderborn, Germany. That's where the old SS headquarters were. And we're just hanging out at the airport waiting on the boss to get back. And we look down at the end of the big hangar. It says museum. Yeah. Okay, let's go check out the museum. Yeah. And they had an ME-109 in there. They had the Focke-Wulf in there, and yeah, they just kind of stayed below the radar, so to speak. Be interesting to see if they got that thing flying. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the Cap 10B would be a nice looking stunt ship.
Or
Cap 10?
The Mudry Cap 10B.
Who put the Arado picture up? Was that you,
That
Bob?
was Pete.
Pete.
that was you?
let's see
That was
it.
interesting. The paint job was interesting.
Hang on.
Yes. Stick it up again.
That's a RC plane. That's a Nick Ciroli plans for it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go to that other picture I saw.
There we go.
No, there was another one.
There, that
There
one.
you go. Look at that.
Yeah. That's a little,
Talk about, a good eye catcher.
that's
Yeah.
a little stunt ship. Move the wing up so it's a little more mid wing.
Well,
You got a
this
stunt
one's
ship.
86-inch wingspan, 1060 square inches.
Oh, yeah. I see now.
That's not even too big.
Yeah.
Well, we'd have to make a semi-scale, or what I call,
It would have to be semi-scale.
we'd have to turn that into what I call a what it should have looked like scale airplane.
Yeah.
There you go.
Long tail moment.
I was looking at that. Yeah.
Shorten it a little
You
bit.
got the long tail and a long nose.
Did you ever watch the movie the Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Yeah.
Not the Raiders. It was the Temple. What was the last?
Oh, you didn't keep the paper, did you?
okay.
Well, just let me know when you want it, okay?
Thank you. What is that?
That's a Cap
That's a
10.
Cap 10B.
That's sharp.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that would make a nice looking stunt ship.
yeah. There was a aerobatic team called the French Connection. Daniel Heligon and
Yeah.
Montaigne
Indeed.
Millais flew those. And they.
It's funny how the. Go ahead.
There we go.
Used to watch them do air show routines up at Sussex Airport, and then found out they died in a routine.
Hmm. That ain't good.
Yeah. Anybody want to see a how-to tonight?
Because you can't have a climbing gear.
My how-to is I got a wing here. I'm ready to put molded leading edges onto. If you want to see how I do that on a foam wing.
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay, I'll get it ready.
Guys, do the rest of you
I'm-
do the rest of you find it as ironic as I do? Bob Hunt wants to know if we want to know how to build an airplane. I can't think of anybody who can show us better how to build a proper airplane. Sparky's good, so's Bob.
This another wing channel here.
I learned more from watching those two than anybody else I can think of, and I've watched a lot.
All right, let me tilt this down. Put some weight on it. Okay, I got a Saturn wing here, and I'm gonna put it's ready to go. It's got a bar in it, and it's got the landing gear clips in. See those in there.
Mhm.
And I molded, before I even cored out the wing, I molded the shells, the leading edges. And I molded them right onto the actual wing, the actual core, before I cored it out. And put the landing gear system in. So which one do I have here on the left? Okay, so while I had it on the wing and taped to the wing, wedded like this, I drew a line right along the back of it. So I knew when I was ready to put the epoxy on, I knew where it had to go. So what I do is I tape that area. I tape that off right along that line. So when I brush the epoxy on there, it just goes back to the tape and I can peel it off. The other side.
You put the epoxy on the foam wing?
Yeah, I decided that was the best way to do it. I tried it inside the shell, but it's hard to brush it evenly inside the molded shell. So I figured if I just brush it lightly on the foam, it works better. I've been doing it that way for several years.
I don't know anything about foam. Is it just normal epoxy, or you have a special epoxy you have to use?
The Z-epoxy finishing resin. It
Okay, yeah,
works
gotcha.
great. I'll buy it by the case. So now we got that part taped off. All right, so I'm gonna mix up some epoxy so you guys can chat and talk, and I'll be back in a minute.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Smoke them if you got them.
Too bad Howard's gone. It's at the B stage now. He could have stayed for the smoothing out.
Yeah, that really makes a difference, Sparky. Like I learned that from you a couple years ago. That just wait, or you'll just make a mess out of it.
Yep.
Bob, you're building another Saturn?
No, it's for somebody else. For a friend.
Ah.
Now I use these little 1 ounce mixing cups, and I measure out enough to do the figured out how much I need, about 3/4 of an ounce. I have some left over. And the other thing I do is I use an acid brush. My wife, where she works, she gets these acid brushes for me, 144 of them for almost nothing. And but again, we've shown this before too. These acid brushes will shed the hairs, so it's better to use some CA to hold them in. So I just put some CA right next to the bezel where the hairs go into the bezel there.
That's a great idea. I usually just grab a set of needle nose and squeeze it, but that hadn't been working very well. So that's a great idea.
This works pretty good. Let that sit for a second. And the other thing I'm going to get is, since this is 16th inch balsa, these shells, these leading edge caps, when I put them on and put it back in the cradle, obviously you're going to have to put a 16th inch piece on either top and bottom so that it levels the wing in the cradle. I'll explain that as I go along. I'm gonna get some 2 pieces of wood.
Maybe we can watch Sparky with his stuff.
Yeah, if you want to make somebody big, all you have to do is click on the picture.
I'm doing that. and it
Sparky,
ain't
looks like you're
happening.
making a lot of progress.
Yeah, this thing's taking a long time for what it is.
Man, it always takes me a long time. When you have one that takes you an exceptional long time to build, to me, it still looks like it went together overnight because building an airplane is at least a 3-month project for me. And I mean building it, then painting it, that's another matter. But I'm lucky if I get an hour a day to go down there and actually work.
All it takes is an hour a day to build an airplane.
Well, that's it. But if it's got to be every day, and I don't always get there. But that's what I get, about an hour a day of honest work.
The trick is to go down there for an hour and not stare at the bench or look at the TV.
Yeah. Well, I fixed that. I turned the TV off. Because you're right, that'll ruin it quick.
Now I got the core into the lower cradle half, and I have a piece of granite that's really flat. And to make sure this thing stays equal when I put on the hold on a second, I got to run around the bench again. Put in a shim in here after where I'm going to put the piece. So when I put the leading edge cap on, and it's a 16th inch thick, if I were to weight it down, it would cock the wing. So I put in a shim behind that to hold it level in there. Got that? And then later on, I'll put another one here. And then I'll put the top on when the cap's in place. So we're going to get ready to put the cap on now. We're going to mix up some epoxy.
Yeah, don't lose that little cap.
Yeah, I almost did, but I didn't.
Don't put the little cap on the wrong bottle.
That's true. Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah, they glue themselves together.
I've lost those caps and I've had to use masking tape over the top of the bottle to keep them from losing their volatility. And mix it up good, obviously. We need a little bit of the music from Jeopardy here. Probably mixed up way too much epoxy, but I found that it's better to have a little too much than not quite enough.
True statement.
Yeah. Bob?
I would say I end up throwing half of my epoxy away.
Yep,
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah, that's about right.
And Bob always said you can't add wood either.
Yeah.
You can remove it, but you can't add it.
Well, you can. It just leaves a seam.
Oh,
I got that. Yep. I'm going to get a little.
He won't use but about a quarter of that. So 3/4 of it's trash.
So I'm going to now get a little thing so I don't mess up my bench too bad. Away. And I just take and try to put a small amount as I can on here.
And you didn't thin that at all. That's just straight CPOP.
Yeah, I don't believe in thinning epoxy. And if you do thin epoxy, I have a friend who's a chemist, and he said you should never use like isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol. If you have to thin it, use benzol alcohol.
What?
Oh, really?
Denatured fuel alcohol.
Denatured alcohol I've used.
He said benzol was the right thing to use for epoxies. I don't know. I just
I've never heard of that.
Professional builder too. He was a real good guy. His name was Bob Knowles. If anybody remembers him,
Oh yeah, he would know.
he was pretty good. You don't have to make too much, just enough to coat it lightly. I mixed up about 10 times too much epoxy, but
Which you're gonna need, but that's all
it's
right.
only one hobby. Then when I get it all one side done, I peel off the tape.
Bob, it just means you made the same mistake the rest of us make on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem.
That's all right.
See what's in this. This is what I use right here to thin epoxy. Oh, it's in the wrong camera. Denatured alcohol.
Yeah. That's what I've used is denatured alcohol because it pulls the water out.
It's fuel, but I don't know that it says benzene or whatever.
Benzol. Benzol.
I don't use it often. I don't find the need to thin it very often.
You wouldn't want to use benzol and put it on.
Strength, according to my friend, he said it would affect the strength if you use the wrong stuff. So, I mean, how much strength do we need? You know, the bond has to be stronger than the balsa wood.
Still think you'd want to use benzol. Never mind.
I didn't use hardly any of that epoxy, you know.
Yeah.
And now I'll take the leading edge. If I get this where you can see it, bend this back a little bit. And I have, if you notice on the inside, I marked also when I had it on the wing where the end of the wing was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I just put that back in place, line up the center line. I have a center line on it that I molded when I molded it. I molded the center line. And then make sure it sits on there pretty well long. And then I just put a piece of masking tape at the root. And without bending the wing, making sure you keep it nice and straight, I just check the trailing edge, make sure it's straight. Make sure the center line lines up at the tip. Put another piece of tape on.
You still got to cut the flaps off of those wings?
Well, after it's sheeted.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Bob, what do you use to cut it off once it's sheeted?
A knife.
Just cut it with a knife. Okay.
Yeah, for 11 blades and a straight edge. All right, so now you have the shell with 2 pieces of tape. You don't want any more than that. You don't want to. You want to use the cradle and the granite to level it to make sure it's perfect. So now I'm going to move this over, and bend this down. We're going to put it into the cradle. Now we have the shim in here.
Yeah, you buy that epoxy by the truckload.
All right. And then we're going to put the other shim in.
Got to have the chim.
And then we're going to put the top cradle piece on. Make sure it all lines up. All the lines line up perfectly. We're going to put a brick on there. Another brick on here. Another brick. And then we're going to double them up. Come back tomorrow and it's ready to go.
Now look at that. He didn't even use the pretty foam bricks.
Didn't have to.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't working on balsa wood. Well, that's the my how-to for the evening.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice, Bob.
Yeah, it's just another way of doing it.
Earlier
Uh-oh.
we were looking at our favorite semi-scale possible stunner, and I went and found pictures of the one that I would like to build. In fact, I've actually started drawing the plans for it. So I thought I'd show it if you guys don't mind.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Please.
Yep.
why we're here.
Looks good so far.
All right.
Oh,
look
She-
at
she
that!
was-
Wow.
Wow, how cool is that?
This airplane was a proposed airplane. They never built it, but it went through the whole proposal for the British Air Force. It was a heavy bomber or a heavy fighter, It was basically the wings were symmetrical. It was the I believe the Rolls-Royce Merlins, or it could have been something else. I forget now which one it was. It could have even been a radial for all that. But that's one view of it, and I have
That is so cool, John.
that's
That
the
is-
miles.
There's 10 guns coming out of the front of that thing.
Yeah, that's what it was designed, and you
six,
notice they're on center
10.
line, so
Yeah.
that's kind of like made it real easy for it to put a lot of firepower right into the, because those were only British 303s,
Yeah.
but
And
they
I
could
didn't-
put a lot of firepower on when they got lined up, and they didn't have to do figure out where the converging fire, because it was where they were pointed, that's where it was shooting.
If you make a stunt ship out of that, imagine how many judges you could take out in one pass.
Hey, wait a minute.
That's bad, Bob.
Well, unlike
Lord have mercy.
the B-17, the tail doesn't look like it's dragging the ground when you're doing inverted flight at 4 feet.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, I'm gonna.
What was
Isn't that pretty? I've started on the plans.
What was it
That's a-
called?
It's a Miles M22.
Wow.
It's like a double tapered wing, like a little bit of dihedral, maybe. I can't see.
Well,
It's got a little
it
bit.
does have a little dihedral.
Or did they just build the wing upside down on the table?
Well, that's what I would do if I was building it. I wouldn't put all that much dihedral. I'd build it upside down on the table. Let me get
build it on
another
rods.
picture of it.
Oh man, send me that link to that thing.
Oh, I'll send you the ones I've got, the pictures I've got.
Man, that is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time.
Probably
Yeah.
have the lead outs hanging down below.
Yeah.
We turned it into a what it should have looked like such a.
I'm looking at a plan view. The wing looks like a Spitfire wing, except bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see where this doesn't, unfortunately, Pete, this doesn't qualify for scale because they never built it. They proposed it, darn it.
Huh.
It wouldn't have been slick if they'd have built it.
Oh man.
They didn't even build a prototype?
No, it didn't make
Golly,
it
that's
through that part of
that's
the bidding process.
That's a shame.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
because the Brits have no taste.
Well, it was too pretty. It was too pretty. They figured
It's
it
too
couldn't
pretty,
work.
yeah.
It is pretty,
And they did the Bristol Bulldog instead. That was really a good looking airplane.
Oh yeah, that was a good choice.
Yeah. Let me
Well,
see
the power plant use would be interesting because I don't see much for exhaust stacks.
Yeah.
That's awful short. Interesting.
Well, it's got something here and here, but they're on opposite each
They're on
other.
both sides. It's probably two Merlins.
It might
I
be
would
one
think,
of
I
those.
would think so.
Air screws both go in the same direction.
Looks like. Yep.
They are.
Yeah, they are.
And
We
the
can
intake,
we can fix that, Howard.
the
Yeah, I fixed that
carburetor
real easy.
intake.
Yeah.
Got
That
the
might be
wires
what-
holding the rudders on.
Yeah, like that.
That
like
might
no
be
blow-
what this is.
No blower scoopers.
This airplane has to be built with retracts.
Oh yeah. That is. Let me get the picture that has the top view in it.
Now
too.
that had to be a tail
Yeah.
gear, right? That couldn't have been a trike gear.
That was a main wheel type.
I got
Looks
one.
like an
John.
updated Mosquito.
What's that?
It looks like an updated Mosquito.
Looks like a demented mosquito, but it's really cool.
Yeah, a demented mosquito.
Oh, look
Oh man,
oh my gosh.
look at that.
Holy smokes.
I see what you mean about that Spitfire look on the wing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the coolest thing I've seen in a while.
It sounds like Bob's gonna make one.
Well, John's going to make it, but I might steal some of the ideas.
Hey, go for it, Bob.
Wow.
I'll make one. You make one. Yours will be better than mine. And
I don't know about that. I don't know how to make an elliptical wing.
Hey, we're gonna get a Bearcat report here.
All right.
let me quit share. I'll give you my files for built up elliptical. Okay.
That is, well,
That's
I guess
cool.
it is
It's not a true elliptical.
It's not
That's
true
sweet.
elliptical. The center section out to
This is
themselves is
straight.
straight.
That's straight, and it's a straight taper from the
It's straight
inch
taper
Straight
down.
taper
there,
from
but-
there to the tip. And then if you built the trailing edge straight from there and just angled the flap and then brought it straight, that's not,
You can
Bob, that's no elliptical.
You can
That's not a
approximate it
problem.
pretty easily.
Yeah, you could cut this in foam if you because
Yeah, that wouldn't be a
I know
problem.
you'd think it out, Bob, and you'd figure out how to do it.
Well, you got me thinking, that's for sure.
All right.
Anyway, that's my favorite airplane that I want to build someday.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd like that one myself. That's nice. Boy, you go to a contest, that one would catch some attention.
Oh yeah, especially if you had the retracts in it.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Look
that
at
one's
me
got to
sexy
have
when that
retracts.
take off and then gear it fold up into the wing. Oh,
That has to have, no, into the nacelles. That has to
Yeah,
have
into-
retracts.
yeah.
That would just look wrong without it.
Well, Mark, is it in blue?
Yep.
Let's see it.
Been busy this week.
Super.
I think that's where it was last Monday. Is that right?
Yeah, you'd have just a little bit the white and the canopy covered.
Yeah, okay. So I put the masks on it
Yeah, we saw that.
and then I sprayed the blue.
Ta-da.
I
Groovy.
took the masks off.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
All
so
right.
cool.
Boy, that pops.
And then
Wow, is that nice?
this afternoon I did the red. So
All right.
Oh man,
all the colors on except for the control surfaces.
That's
That's
nice.
going
let's.
to be even pretty than the other one, Mark. That's
I-
saying something.
I bet you could do real well in that new scale class that they've got.
New
Uh-huh.
scale class.
Yeah, they got
It's like a fun scale.
Fun scale.
That would,
Oh, okay.
the rules on fun scale, if it looks sort of like something, it qualifies and you get full static points. It's all about flying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you can do
Wow.
like figure eights and wing overs and
Yep.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I wrote the thing and they accepted it. So fun scale is all about flying and this would be exactly what we're trying to get people to come with now.
Right.
I mean,
Okay,
We're
you do a
gonna,
bunch
we're
of
gonna
maneuvers
turn you
and
guys.
then-
We're gonna turn you guys into stunt flyers yet, Pete.
I think I could make it through a pattern. Still, I haven't done it in probably 20 years.
So Pete, in fun scale, can you do some maneuvers like loops and eights and
Yes,
hourglasses and then
yes, all of that.
until the motor quits and do a dead stick landing? And
Yep,
okay,
you would. This would be perfect for flying.
And to quote a post on Stunt Hangar, you don't need a throttle.
No,
that's good because I don't have a
That's
throttle.
just sharp.
I like it.
That's just sharp.
and
Anyway,
you haven't
that's where we
sprayed.
are.
You haven't
Really?
sprayed clear on that yet, have you?
What'd you say, John?
You haven't sprayed any clear coat on there, have you?
No, not yet. That's why the canopy's still cloudy.
Wow,
So,
that pops.
Mark
Man.
Lohman, you see that canopy there?
I see it.
I'll
And it
show you-
works.
I'll show you in a week or two what it looks like after the clear.
All right, perfect. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Groovy.
Thank you.
Good report, Mark. Good report.
Very nice, Mark.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Yeah, I bet it's been maybe a couple of nights ago or whatever. We're talking about canopies, and Mark told me he said just sand the canopy, sand it, just sand it, get down to like 5, 6, 7, 800 grit, and then spray over it clear, And my skeptical brain at one point went, oh, okay, but it works.
You can
It
also,
really, it really works.
you can also, instead of staining it, if you wanted to stain one and you didn't stain it, you didn't, put it in red dye and tint it, and you wanted to, all you got to do is mask the rest of the airplane off, put some black or dark blue in some clear, and I mean a little bit, put it real
Like
thin.
2 or 3 drops.
Yeah, and put a coat on it, and then let that dry. Put another coat on. Just put it on till it gets the depth that you want. Put a couple coats of clear on it, and you're there. Charlie Reeves taught me that one.
And you can, if you want to go the other way, you can do the inside of the canopy, so you get it to the color you want, and then use the clear on the outside.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
don't
sure.
sand it away.
Yeah. Yep.
Red dye is the best way to do it, but if you're going to do red dye, do not cut the canopy out before you dye it, because you'll have nothing when you put it in the hot water.
Oh,
Now, what's bad is when you try to do it with a Pepsi bottle, or I got friends that try to stain Pepsi bottles and thinking that's going to work, and for some reason that plastic will not retain the stain.
No, that's
the
right.
sun will.
That's
The
why
sun
they
will
picked
destroy
it for the bottles.
Yeah, well,
That plastic is a different plastic. It's not butyrate or acetate.
yeah, it's easy to form them, but don't try to stain them.
I think it's
Paint it, but don't stain it.
PT.
Those are PET bottles, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't do that, but they will, you can sand them and put a little tinted dope in there. And
Yeah, that's what we
they'll
were
handle
talking
that
about.
real well.
That's what we were talking about, because I had not, I forgot to stain it, didn't think about staining it. And we stained it just dark enough. It was not a scale. It was I don't remember what it was, but I think it was an old timer, but I put a pilot and all in it. But everybody said, why don't you stain that and darken that up enough to where you really got to look to see the pilot? And then everybody will think, well, it's just painted. And then you say, oh no, there's really a pilot in there. That could look cool. So with Mr. Looper's help, we stained it and made it look really nice. Not stained it, painted it, and made it look really nice. But when I say Mr. Looper's help, like I say, Tom has taught me more about what I know about stunt than anybody else I know.
Well, Charlie Reeves, Humbler had a smoked canopy that was really nice.
Yep. I wonder what happened to all Charlie's stuff. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to Char and find out.
I'm in contact with Ginger, his daughter.
Yeah.
After, if we stay on after, we'll talk.
Okay. I was wondering what happened, because I've talked to Chara once or twice, his other daughter.
Yeah.
But I have not talked to Ginger. In fact, I've never met Ginger. She came down here one time, and the one time she was down, I had the flu and did not go.
Yeah. Nicely.
Is he still doing okay, Mark?
That whole family's nice.
No.
Well, yeah. Like I say, we'll after
party, we'll talk about it. Yeah.
You know who I talked to day before yesterday? I haven't talked to in years.
Who's that?
Dave Hemstrut.
Really?
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's great. He's 90 years old. He sounds like he's 25.
Yep. He's got the enthusiasm of a 25 years old. I'll tell you that.
He's something.
He is. When he was building all those stunners, his wife ran she kept kids, and he would on the weekends when there was no kids, take open the closet doors and fold his building table out and build what he built. Everything he built was built on Saturday and Sunday. Could not do it through the week because the kids were there.
Wow.
So Sunday night he had to fold everything back up, and he built some amazing stuff. Built a Al Ray Mustang that looked
I did the wing
sharp.
for him. I made the wing for that.
Yeah. He built a beautiful airplane. The only problem with that was his fuel tank leaked. Oh man, that was horrible. It was a beautiful airplane. Flew good, even with a 46. And he was disappointed because he said, well, I just can't understand why my 46 don't run like Al's 46. I said, it's because Al's 46 is not a 46. It's a 60 in a 46 case. No, it can't be. I said, you call him and ask. You call him and ask. Tell him I told you, and ask him if I'm lying to you. Everybody thought it was a 51. It was a 60.
Was that Al?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we were at the Worlds in '78, he had these Comos that were modified by Carlos Alois, and he had them lined up like little soldiers, and he would change them like twice a day. He
kept blowing them.
It was amazing.
He kept blowing the pin out of the crank.
Yeah, he had a lot of problems with them, but he knew exactly how many flights he could get out of one. Then he would. I remember sitting there on the ramp holding the airplane for half an hour while he changed the engine because he had all these little widgets and baffles and all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My arms are aching holding this airplane, and he's changing out this motor like twice a day. Did I ever tell you my Dave Hemstroth story? I got a great Dave Hemstroth story. In 1961, the Nationals were in Willow Grove, Pennsylvania, and my family lived about 5 miles up the road from the airbase. We lived in Warrington. My dad was the manager of the Doylestown Airport, which was another 10 miles north of that. And Larry Scarinzi was the event director. And of course, Larry's an old friend of the family, so he came down and stayed at our house for the week, and then he and I would go down to the Nationals. He'd take me with him. I was like 12 and a half, 13 years old. And we go down to the Nats. So it got me onto the business side of the fence. I was on the, other side of the spectator fence there. And I could meet all these guys. So it was really cool. I was very impressionable. And that's the Nationals that really made me want to fly stunt, watching, Gialdini and McFarland and all these guys, look leader. But as most of you know about Nationals, I'm sure Howard knows this, that in those old days of Navy Nats, they had a hangar which had like acres and acres of workbenches. It looked like acres of workbenches. They put them in there for the kids to build their airplanes and work on them. So I was in there one day walking down these aisles, and in the center of the room there was a circular workbench. And I was walking down there, and I turned the corner, and I'm come almost face to face with Dave Hemstroth working on his PT-19. Now I was like a deer in the headlights. Here's this guy whose airplane was on a painting by S. Calhoun Smith on the cover of America Modeler Annual the year before. And it's like meeting Eric Clapton, and I'm just in shock. So he must have sensed this. He says, "Hey fella, you got a minute? Can you come over here and give me a hand?" Now, he didn't need any help. He just knew I was nervous. He called me over, and we talked for about half an hour, and I just wore him out. I bent his ear for half an hour about everything. Okay, so then he quit the hobby for a while, and then I started flying, competitively. And in '74, he came back to the Nationals. And I was at the Nats, and I saw him walking down the ramp with Les McDonald and Stan Powell. And he had his Classic, the airplane called the Classic, with him. Mm-hmm. And I walked up to him, and I said, Mr. Hemstroth, I'm Bob Hunt. He said, "Oh, I've seen your picture, yada, yada, yada." I said, "Well, we've met before." He goes, "Oh, I don't think so." And I started to relate the story I just told you. He stopped me and finished the story accurately. He remembered this little kid that came up and bent his ear for half an hour.
He's like you. He's got an amazing memory.
He was just amazing, and just one of the nicest guys I ever met in my life.
Yeah, he is. He's one of the nicest guys out there. And he's just, if you ever have a question about something, you just really over here scratching your head trying to figure out what happens, what's going on. And Dave walks by. Don't be surprised if he kneels down and says, "What's going on?" And you tell him, and he tries his dangest to help you fix it.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I found that for the most part, almost like 99.9% of the guys in this hobby are just the best guys in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting that the 1/10 of 1% are here tonight.
Yeah, I know.
What always surprised me, and it surprised me because of the people that would do it. It's not, well, anyway.
Yeah.
You're at a contest and you're having a problem. Guys will come over and give you, try this propeller, try this fuel. I think your fuel's mucking up. Try this fuel. Or let's take that apart and check your tank. And you're not talking about the guys below you. I'm talking about the experts come over and help you. That just blew my mind. I mean, I was out at Tucson. I was having all kinds of problems with the plane I was flying. And several of the guys came over and looked at it. And finally, Billy Werwich walks over and he says, "That thing sounds like the prop's just not it's not loading proper. You need a prop with some under camber or something in it. And I got thinking, I thought, I've got one of those in the back of my box. I think I've got one with me. I put it on and started flying it. I still didn't do anything, but I did get top 20. But if Billy hadn't told me something, I probably wouldn't have made top 30. Back in those days, there was a bunch of us, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But Billy and Bob and Al Raby was there one year, and he was, oh God, that's when I really got to know Al Raby. He was a mess. He showed up with a Bearcat. And, oh man, there's just so many guys that were so much fun. And they had a little area up at the corner, and you had George Aldrich and I can't think of the names now. I knew them 10 minutes ago. Anyway, about 6 guys up there that were just the top guys of all time, you know?
Ed Southwick.
Yeah, Ed Southwick was there. So was the guy that designed the T-Bird. Can't think of his name. Bob Palmer. And just all those guys sitting around like a little jam session. You go up there and I saw George, and he called me over. He says, "You built that Go Devil yet?" I said, "No, sir. I'm flying a super duper Zilch, but it's not a Go Devil, but it's a Zilch." And he said, "I thought you was flying a Go Devil." Says, "That thing looked like it's really performing for you." Well, it does better at home where there's some air to get under the wings. This dang air out here is too rarefied. He just laughed. As a bunch of good people. But I got telling George, now George didn't know me from Adam's House Cat. And I got telling George, I built a Stunt Wagon 30 I wanted to bring out here, but I just can't get the thing tamed down. It's got a Fox 35. It only weighs 26 ounces, and I just couldn't get it calmed down. He said, "Well, put more head gaskets under it." I said, "George, I put 6 under it, and it blew them. It blows them. It blew the head gasket." So anyway, he said, "Well, let me think about it a little." Well, he already had my address. I'd ordered something from him. But I get home from Tucson, and about 2 days later, I get a package from George Aldrich. I opened it up, and it's got 2 Fox 35 heads in it. One's a high compression head, and one's a no compression head. I mean, this thing's flat. I put the no compression, it's got a note in it, "Try this one first." He said, "Do not put the high compression in it." So I put that low compression head in that thing. I've been flying that way ever since. George was, I just figured these guys are unapproachable, and they're just the opposite.
Why did he send you the high compression head?
I had another airplane needed more oomph.
Oh.
I said, I can't seem to get enough power out of that Fox. I'm going to have to cut into it, put an FP40 or something in it. He sent me a high compression head, and that and 10% nitro was enough to make it work. But 20% nitro, I had to repaint the whole front end of the thing, and I didn't want to do that again.
I remember that first year you showed up out of Tucson. Well, we had a lot of good discussions there at the parties, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. I always did. I'm telling you, this old dude shows up with a daggum Pathfinder 40. I'd never seen a full fuselage Pathfinder. I said, "What in the world?" And I looked at it, and I looked at it, and I looked at it. He says, "Pick it up." Okay, so I did. Don't tell me, because I will. And I picked it up and looked at that thing. I won't tell you it had made an impression, but I got one downstairs now. It's not finished, not ready to show, but I've got one now.
Phil, you put Gary to sleep.
I have a talent.
Well, that's not too hard to do. Hi, John.
My little man's down here waiting for his part of the ice cream.
Got Carl here. We got John here. Who else we got? Anybody new come in? Paul's there.
John came in.
Brent Williams is here. Hi, Brent.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, Brent.
How are you?
How you doing?
Hey, Brent. Where you been, man?
Oh, I lurk.
Lurk.
I often will watch in the background and lurk, but usually trying to double task and do stuff. So building stuff for a couple of the guys.
I got to get up with you before long and get some more horns and a handle and talk to you about some batteries.
I can talk to you about all
I
those
do
things.
not understand these new batteries, but I want to.
You need to make your way out to Howard's house and have another battery palooza out
Battery
there.
palooza.
I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Don't tempt me too hard because I could be persuaded.
Nothing but a
Better than
I'll have
what
to
you
borrow
got
a
right
welder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brent's got the welder.
Brent's got a
Yeah.
welder.
Actually, it's loaned out right now to Paige Peterson.
Yeah, I had it for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, they're not
And-
too hard to make. They're really not too hard to make. Go to the Goodwill and find you a power supply for a
Microwave.
no personal computer.
Oh, I got plenty of those.
Take that and hook it to take a AA battery and take the case off of it. Use the carbon center. Use that for the hot side. Hook the neutral to the whatever, and tap that sucker with the carbon side, and you got yourself a weld.
Ah,
But remember one thing now. This is an arc weld. It can blind you. So put something between you and the I put it up there and then touched it. Everybody says, yeah, but you can't see what you're doing. Yeah, but I ain't going to go blind, I hope. But I
Keep
know
your
how
eyes
arc welding
closed when you touch it.
I need something more than just my eyes closed. That
I
thing's
got
so
a
bright, I
Mosin
couldn't believe it.
Might
That was
be
so bright,
better.
I couldn't believe it. I said, wow.
Probably wouldn't put that much heat on a battery though.
Well, you don't put any heat to it, really. If you tap it with that carbon, just tap it and pull back, count to 5 and touch it. You can hold your finger on it. I did it. That's a cool looking plane behind you. I don't know what it is, but it looks good.
Oh, that's
What is that, Paul?
That's a Pathfinder.
Wow, that's why I like it.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Cha-ching.
I got one of those right there too.
Yeah. I'm not very good at trimming, but Wayne Smith and Dick Carvel kind of got me dialed in on it. So I flew it today and I'm gonna fly it again tomorrow. I'm liking it.
Look at the flower pattern on that wing.
Wait a minute. You're gonna fly tomorrow?
Yeah.
Where you live?
He's at warm weather.
I'm in Florida.
You dog.
We're not gonna get cold until next week.
Yeah, well,
That
we're
is
supposed
cool.
to get that snow's supposed to come in tomorrow here.
Yeah, we're gonna get
That
down.
is
I
a
think
neat air.
we'll get down close to 36, I think, for low.
Yeah, how thick is that fuselage after the wing there, Brett?
Half inch.
What is that, Brent?
It is a carbon tube impact. So these tubes are.
I keep hoping he's going to finish the darn thing. I want to see if it works.
I got the wing glued in, and I got the stab glued in, and I've got the top and bottom foam blocks on there. So we're cooking with electrons now. So
cool deal. I can't wait to see how that thing works out. That ought to
Look
be
at
really
the flower pattern there that he's going to put on the wing. Yeah, that'd be nice.
The flower pattern. Oh my goodness!
Up by the ceiling, by the
I'm
window.
gonna steal those curtains and put them on there. So
yeah.
Oh, you guys are too many.
It's a CT. It's a CTI.
CTI.
Yeah, carbon tube impact.
There you go.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Hey,
So-
Brett, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is the welder that I bought. It's a Sunco 708A pulse spot welding and soldering machine. Is that about what I need, you think?
Sunco makes pretty good stuff. I've never used it. I don't know how well it will. So if you're using like 0.2 pure nickel, that's the question. Is you'll just have to test it and see how it will handle.
I'm going to get test cells. You get those.
Yeah.
Dummy cells.
Yeah. So see if it'll handle 0.15 nickel or 0.2 nickel. And but so that's my spot welder is a oh crap, I can't remember the name of it, but you can also solder them.
So
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Well, I saw it at Pages. But
yeah, I didn't think much of the soldering idea, and then I found out that Howard was saying that Paul solders his.
Yeah, and Will
Wow.
tomorrow. Will tomorrow's probably made more of these than anybody, so he solders all of his. But anyway,
Wow.
they're any way you do it, they're not that difficult to make. So yeah, this year I'm going to be doing some more experiments with big three cell stuff. I've got an itch I want to scratch because the P50B battery is 5,000 milliamp hours, and it'll do 70 amps of discharge rate. So
You could
that's an
weld with
incredible
that.
amount of. What's that?
You could weld with that.
Yeah, and a pack only weighs 8.5 ounces, so that's
Gracious.
so I'm gonna try it in a Pathfinder. I tried it last year, but we had a mishap on the first flight, and
Oh yeah.
as Bob likes to say, the battery vented with flames. So
Did you get that Pathfinder put back together?
yeah, it's all back together. So
Good. That was a good looking impact.
it was a good looking
Pathfinder.
impact, and or yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paige helped me put it back together, and but I learned firsthand that batteries will vent with flames. So
Somebody wants his 15 seconds. Huh?
Much like the Hindenburg.
What's that, Bob?
Much like the Hindenburg vented with flames.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the humanity. So
Well, I'm telling you.
yeah, anyway, the 3-cell thing is just kind of interesting itch that I want to scratch to see if it will allow us to swing an 11-inch prop and fly a Pathfinder or a Cardinal or anything that size and smaller. So I'll be using a 1300 kV motor, and I did a ground test of all this stuff, so I have data for all of that, but it'll be interesting to data log it in flight and see how it does. So it presents a very compelling. So like when you'd ask, why would you do such a thing when voltage cures most sins in electric stuff? The reason that it's compelling is you could build a battery for $18 is a pretty compelling argument. So
Well,
That
guys,
is a
it's
good
that
argument.
time. Hold on. It's that time. It's 9 o'clock. We're going to end the live stream on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, we do it every Friday and Monday at 7 o'clock Central. Please like, subscribe, and share, and leave a comment after the end of the video. We'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See you.
well, here we are at the after party.
Break up the beer.